Hi there and welcome. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, everything's closed. I don't want to be too loud, but welcome to this episode of Consciousness Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, spiritual laws, and how to reach your fucking dreams. Okay, gotta make sure that those windows were closed because I live in an apartment complex, so there's you know, courtesy. We have to have courtesy. We have to be polite, right? That's kindness. That's love. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but we have to try to be kind, all right, and be kind. Now we're gonna go over a very important chapter, the advancing man in the science of getting rich by Wallace Wattles. Very, very important chapter. I didn't think it was important because I'm like, man, what's he talking about? But as I asked myself, what's he talking about? What are the main points I encapsulated? This is like the summary of the entire fucking book. All right. So I'm gonna read the first part, the first sentences of the book. Okay. Before we get started, ask yourself, are you ready to learn and apply? Okay. You said yes. Keep on watching. And second, are you ready to follow your dreams, whatever it may be, okay? Whatever it may be. Maybe right now you're married, okay? But you don't want to be married and you want to have multiple partners. Get the fuck out of the marriage. Do what you want. There's something that you have to do. I don't know what it is. Maybe find actual love, all right? You got to learn it yourself. I'll tell you right now, okay? True love is loving yourself because then you're unattached to everything. And then when you have true love, you have somebody who loves you, you're just like, wow. It's, of course, I love myself. Of course, I'm going to get unconditional love. But you'll only learn that when you learn it yourself and experience it yourself. Okay? Now, those of you who said no, you're probably already gone, so that's good. If not, if you're still here, make the choice. If not, get the fuck out. And let's get started. Quote, what I have said in the last chapters applies as well to the professional man and the wage earner as to the man who is engaged in mercantile business. End quote. So what he's saying here, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be a business owner, you can be a wage earner, or you could be a professional person like a lawyer, doctor. That's like a profession, all right? It's not like when you talk about wage earner, I guess he's talking about like a regular job, entry level job. Okay. So that's what he's saying here. He wants to make sure he gets that point. Doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. Okay. All right. This is something that he shares that's very important. Okay. Very, 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 very important. And I may have to split these two sentences, but I'm going to start. Quote, no matter whether you are a physician, a teacher, or a clergyman, if you can give increase of life to others and make them sensible of the fact, they will be attracted to you and you will get rich. Okay. What does that mean? That means if you can give people a feeling of more life, like I mentioned in the previous videos, if you are a businessman, let's say you fix cell phones, a person comes in and you tell them, okay, I'll fix it, give it a day, come back tomorrow, we'll have it. You get it done within the hour, right? Within the hour, you call the person back, hey, you know what, we're actually done already. You can come if you're still nearby, you could come now, come today or come tomorrow, it's already done, all right? Now, they come to the store, your store, you give them the phone and you put it in a nice little bag, and then you put a new charger, an innovative charger, state of the art, just came out. It's one of those. It might even fucking float or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just new, for free. You're giving them more than what they paid for. Let's say maybe they already paid the warranty, or maybe they paid a couple bucks for you to fix it and see it, and you give them more. That's real business. Bob Proctor gave one example of a mechanic and his spouse. So he said, "All right, you're not getting clients." Like, bro, fix the car and then fucking clean the car. People can't see what you've done because it's inside the car. Give them more. Now you had an additional service. All right. And in imagination, hold the vision of what you want. See this whole place, this facility full of cars and full of the people. See the vision. You must have a vision. Okay. And if you're impressing this feeling of, hey, I gave you more, or you can have more. Now you're teaching them, you're giving them this information. That is what Wallace Wattles is saying. You teach people this information. When somebody says, hey, you can do that. Yeah, man, you can have it, bro. Just visualize it. Give thanks to it. Give the universe thanks to it that you already have it, because in your mind you have it. You created it. You wouldn't want it if you didn't have it in mind. So give thanks, you have it in mind, and it'll come. So this is what we're talking about right here. Okay? This is what we're fucking talking about. Okay. And I know you're going to get it because you made that choice of, yes, I'm going to do it. You made that step forward. Okay. Metaphorically speaking, you stepped forward when I said yes. When I said either answer the question, yes or no. When you said yes, this is going to be something you can do. Okay. And I'm not asking for your money. This is free. This is on YouTube. This is free. I've paid thousands of dollars for people to tell me this, right? Thousands. And I also had a business coach too, as well, that I paid for. I paid for so many coaches, realize now. And it's all like coming to fruition because of my life is changing. It's taking like 9, 10, since 2019 or 2024. Okay. I've been feeding my mind this information. I came up with this quote where I got it from Infinite Intelligence. Man eats more than food. Man eats more than food because you're feeding your mind with thoughts and beliefs. Okay? And here's a little example of how you can succeed. And we're using a doctor example. Quote, the physician who holds the vision of himself as a great and successful healer and who works toward the complete realization of that vision with faith and purpose, as described in the former chapters, will come into such close touch with the source of life that he will be phenomenally successful. Patients will come to him in throngs. Same with the fucking mechanic and his spouse. They saw the vision. They saw the vision. They gave more. They gave more. That's why when you go to the doctor, what do the doctors give you? A lollipop or some candy. All right. And yeah, they give you like, oh, you feel good and happy. You not only got medicine or you got, checked up and made feel good. Hopefully the doctor's a good doctor, makes you feel good and healthy. And you got a candy. Now, I want to share this part right here. And take it as you will, okay? This is the gospel that the world needs. It will give increase of life, and men will hear it gladly, and will give liberal support to the man who brings it to him. End quote. Okay, and he's talking about how clergyman who teaches how to, get rich, get healthy, be great, have love from the pulpit. He's always gonna have people coming to him, to the congregation. Okay. Quote, we need the preacher who will himself be rich, healthy, great, and beloved to teach us how to attain these things. And when he comes, he will find a numerous and loyal following. End quote. Okay. So he's talking about a preacher right here. But same thing, if your passion is to teach, mowing lawns, you can teach that. And you can hold to the vision that people can have more. You can say, hey, you can do this type of business and you can get rich. And feed your family, and then have healthier food and have a better life. You know, you're teaching abundance in whatever your passion is. Okay, for me, it's the laws. For some reason, I ask myself, what is my purpose? And then the voice, your purpose is to teach the laws and empower people. Actually, it was empower people. I was like, okay, how do I empower people? Teach the laws. Teach the laws? Okay. It's like a little quiet voice, a little gentle, quiet voice that you hear. It's not loud, but it's clear. That's the higher self. It's not loud, but it is clear. I speak it loudly because I want to make it even more clear, okay? When I speak loudly and I hear it, it's because I'm saying, I hear you, God. I hear you, my higher self. Whoever that higher person is, it's a higher self or it's God, okay? Infinite intelligence. Even I can't grasp the thing. It's infinite. It's not a thing. The moment we try and encapsulate spirit, it's no longer spirit. It's the all. It's life. Life, spirit, intelligence. Life, spirit, intelligence is one. Spirit is life and it is intelligent. The spirit, okay, the attributes of spirit is life and intelligence. Okay, life and intelligence. And guess what? You are spirit. You have individualized subconscious mind that is linked with spirit. Okay, you have a piece of that, so to speak. Okay, that you're not separate. You are one with the universal mind, which is also subjective. Okay, subjective mind. And here's a quote for success. Okay, that I want to share. Quote: "The man who is certain to advance is the one who is too big for his place and who has a clear concept of what he wants to be, who knows that he can become what he wants to be, and who is determined to be what he wants to be." End quote. And I understand this through the Bible. The Bible, it's so good. I read it like, I don't know how long. I read it for a long time though, because there's hella chapters. But when I was incarcerated, all you have is time. So I was just reading all day long. I'll drink coffee, like walk around, do some push-ups, go to chow, go to lunch, whatever, come back, read. And it said that like whatever you want. If you have faith, you can move mountains. Ask, believing, you will receive. Ask in my name. Okay? Ask in my name, and now you will get it. Whatever you ask of the Father in my name, you will have. Okay? It's so clear. But I think people take parts of the Bible literally. And so it's like, the main concept of the Bible is that whatever you want, you can have. And there's the talent one. I didn't understand it. The talents. The parable of the talents. I don't think I think I read it. I think if you know, I don't think it's in the New Testament, because the First Testament, it was so boring. I read the first Genesis, which is really cool, but the rest was just like a bunch of names and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? I'm not really getting anything, man. This is just a historical record. So I wasn't getting any value. My heart knew it. Every time I read the New Testament, my heart was like, oh. It's just like when you read, watch this or read books that talk about the laws. You're like, oh yes, it's possible. I can do it. So every time I read it, I'm like, oh, it's possible. I can do it. Okay, but it's also because I said I wanted to be good. To myself, okay, God, I want to be good. I had a connection with the universe. I had a concept of God, and I said, okay, I want to be good now. I don't want to hurt people. Okay, no more hurting. No more being unkind. I want to be kind. And so the Bible came to me, and other books, the Reign of Gold books by Victor Villaseñor came. Awesome book. And I shared this before, if you've been following me, that it allowed me to connect with the divine, because it talks about like indigenous spirituality and Christianity spirituality. You know, it's all spirituality. It's just God and spirituality, just your individual connection to God. And so that book, what really resonated with me was allowed it to really sink into my mind and my subconscious, because it related to me, you know, because I'm Mexican American. My family came from Mexico. It talks about that, you know, the family that came from Mexico. And so it very relatable to me. Now, maybe you're watching this because you're relatable to me. Maybe you're in the United States, you know, grew up in the hood. Maybe you're also not Caucasian, maybe. Maybe you're, because obviously I don't have blue eyes and I'm not white. So maybe you're like Filipino, Mexican, black. Um, yeah. And if you're white, it's because I'm American, I'm American. And so, yeah, I have a lot of multifaceted identities. I have a multifaceted identity. Okay. Now, I digress from that. When you have this idea that you can be what you want to be, then you'll do whatever it takes because you have the belief I can be whatever I want. Of course, God will give it to me. So I swear to God, I'm going to have it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. That's when you get obsessed. And you will get it. You'll get everything. You start attracting that obsession, that focus is what attracts all the information. Okay, and you just do it because I like this. I like this statement, this quote, kind of, because it's uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable, right? Just do it. I smile at discomfort now, but it's an understanding. You can it's this quote's for understanding. You can feel the pain. You can feel the pain of discipline, or you can feel the pain of regret of not reaching your goals, not reaching your dreams. You can feel the pain either or. You're gonna feel some pain, discomfort, If I sit here for a long time, I get discomfort. I feel uncomfortable. I'm just like, oh man, lethargic, uncomfortable. I gotta move. When I'm reading a book, it's like I want to do it, but it's kind of uncomfortable. It's like, oh, it's new knowledge. I'm learning and learning and learning. It's new knowledge. It's a little uncomfortable. You kind of don't want to do it, but when you do it, it's good. It's like working out. Sometimes you don't want to work out. You feel good after it. That's why rules that garner self-respect are non-negotiable. Things that garner self-respect, you should create as rules that are non-negotiable. Like my meditation, my gratitude, my working out in the morning. Boom. Okay, so that's body, the working out, gratitude, that's spiritual, thanking God. I like saying, I send love to all. It feels amazing. I send love to all. I send love to you. And but I say meditation, the calmness of the mind. Especially for me, I need meditation because I grew up, even my family now can see sometimes they're very angry. So that's why I got that vibration from them, from my family. But it's cool. I let it go now, I let it go now. And yeah, well, all of us are like that. All of us in our family are like that. So, we're getting better. I tell them to meditate, relax and breathe. And yeah, it's getting better. We're getting better. We're moving upward. And I also give them books. I give them books. Like this. I think I gave my sister one of these, The Science of Getting Rich books. I think it was Elizabeth. I gave my sister Elizabeth. Maribel, I gave her a big, thick book of the science. Thomas Troward, a big collection. I like the collections books because, my teacher, Bob Proctor, who I still watch, he said, "Oh, you gotta read Thomas Troward. Read his book. Read this book." I'm like, "All right, Thomas Troward. If you're recommending Thomas Troward, I'm just gonna read all of Thomas Troward's books." And that was amazing. So if you really resonate with someone, read their books. Okay, even I have books. If you resonate with me, check out my books. Go to Amazon. I'll put the link right here. That way it makes it easier below. I'll put the link below for my books. I've done health books, law of attraction books. Those are the main ones that I've done. Sales books. I've done some sales books. And I'm going to share this last part right here, the end, okay? Nobody has to work for a trust. The trust can keep men in so-called hopeless conditions only so long as there are men who are too ignorant to know the science of getting rich or too intellectually slothful to practice it. Okay? So that nobody can hold you down. No one can hold you down. Not a trust, because this book is about money, but relationships, your relationship, they can't hold you down. I started this. Maybe somebody has to hear this about being in a marriage or in a relationship that's holding you down. They can't hold you down. Okay? You don't have to be in it. But you do have to learn this information and to apply it. You can't be mentally slothful. Okay? People who are not here, they're ignorant about it. So it kind of sucks for them, right? That they don't have this information. But once they get obsessed, sometimes it has to be a point where they get really low in life, where they have to find some other way. They have to find this information. because every other way they tried is not working. Working from the outside is not working. Everything is spiritual. Everything is spiritual. Everything, your wealth, your health, your love, your abilities, your physique. Everything is spiritual. Now, some of us may have those things because we were raised in a certain place where we have the love, we have the health, we have the family, we have whatever it is, and be grateful for that. You have certain things, so be grateful. You have a lot of things, okay? Gratitude. But now you know the spirit, and be grateful for the spirit, for the things that you have in spirit. I'm gonna share this quote. This quote is pretty good. Quote, there is a power which never fails to present opportunity to the advancing man who knows who is moving in obedience to law. Again, there is a power which never fails to present opportunity to the advancing man who is moving in obedience to law. So you always get the opportunity. Your mind is what attracts, okay? Your mind is what attracts that, okay? Your mind and thought, okay? Your consciousness, your spirit. You have a mind, okay? So this mind that is also non-physical, once you hold that thought with focus, you have that clear vision. And especially when you're obsessed, especially when something bad happens and you don't have this information, you're obsessed, you find it in your mind because you don't have it anywhere else, and it starts attracting everything. Everything starts coming. Everything starts coming, okay? And I like to want to share this. If you're not ready, it'll just pass by. Because there's this girl who I like. Her name is Michelle Portillo. I met her in university at UCLA. If she was watching this, I still believe this. She's beautiful, so beautiful and physically attractive, fine. You know, she had a nice body. And I remember I was thinking about her so much. I'm like, dang, she's so beautiful. And I tried to get at her. I would send her a text message. Hey, what are you doing? Let's grab some lunch. Nothing. Because I had her number because we worked together. We organized a group. What's it called? Like a transfer student or incoming new student for hers. Because she was from high school. She transferred in from high school. So she had the high school transfers students for UCLA. And I had the transfer from community college. So they were coming in from community college. I did that one. She did for the high school. And so I kept visualizing her. I just kept visualizing because I'm like, man, she's so beautiful. Like, I just want to look at her beautiful face. I'm like, wow. And I was at Denny's because I used to eat at Denny's. It was right next to UCLA. I just crossed the street. It was by the South Campus, by the like the medicine place. Not the medicine, by the doctors, or you know what I mean. South Campus is all science stuff, but it's by like the doctor stuff, by the Reagan. So I just cross the street from Reagan and then make a left, and I'll go to Denny's. And there's also a botanical garden I will cross through, and I'll go to Denny's. It's basically on campus. And I was sitting there, I was eating, and this girl comes out of the restroom area and looks just like Michelle. I'm like, what? Oh, and at that time I wasn't as, awake, spiritually awakened. And I'm like, what the fuck? That looks just like Michelle. And she was gorgeous, beautiful body. I'm like, oh. See, but at that time I wasn't ready, or else now I can approach her because I can approach. I had a dating coach. If you have a dating coach or any type of coach is good because they'll guide you to whatever you need to do. And they have knowledge, especially listen to your intuition, listen to it. If your intuition is saying no, don't do it. If your intuition is saying yes, do it. Find a way to do it. All right. So the advancing man. So here's the takeaways before we wrap this up. The takeaways. You always get those opportunities. Remember, when you use these laws, you cannot fail. A bunch of opportunities keep on coming. But you must understand this so you can take the opportunities, right? Be calm, be relaxed. Peace and prosperity. Peace and prosperity go hand in hand. Peace and prosperity go hand in hand. Here are the takeaways. More than fill your place. Impression of increase. Okay? Give people more. Have the vision and teach this information. Teach it. Be positive when somebody says they have a vision. Say you can do it. I know you can. I know you can reach it and you can have even more. Okay? The next chapter will be cautions and conclusions. I think that's the last chapter. Okay? The advancing. Okay, no, there's actually two more. This is a summary. This is the whole like syllabus, the big statement. It's very important. You should memorize this. It's a big statement. If it resonates, memorize it. But so we have two more chapters. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up because it's getting long. It's getting a little too long now. I love you. Make sure to apply this information. Apply. A lot of this was about applying, okay? About applying the methodologies that Wallace Wattles gave us, okay? Give the impression of increase, more than fill your place, have the vision, okay? Have the vision. There's something else that I'm missing that I feel like it's important. And teach people, maybe not necessarily the laws as we're saying it, be more socially aware, and tell them that you can do it. They have a dream, tell them you can, and you can achieve even more. When you achieve it, you will achieve even more. I already see you already done. Like your manifestations, I see them done already. You already did them, and you're going for even more. It is done. I love you. Until next time, share this if somebody came to mind. Like this if you feel like liking it. Comment below if you feel like commenting. I appreciate you if you do. If you like it as well, if you subscribe, if you feel like subscribing, I appreciate you. And hit notifications. You want to know when the next one is coming up. Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Peace.